Alright, happy Friday and Merry Christmas in advance to you all out there. My name is Obaro as usual, and we're here for
Alright,
Game
happy
Week
Friday and Merry
17.
Christmas in advance to you all out there.
I'm here with the optimistic Arsenal fan. Well, not so optimistic again because say Arsenal.
I'm still optimistic.
You
Calm down, bro.
Okay, you're still optimistic. Okay,
Yeah, we are just on week
it's not a
16.
one-man title race again because that's what you were telling me like 4 weeks ago that you guys are going to win the league. You guys are going to win the league, but Arsenal, Man City and Aston Villa are saying no, you can't.
Anyway, for the fact that Man City and Aston Villa are doing perfectly well, doesn't mean that Arsenal are doing bad.
So you're not scared?
No.
You're not scared at all. You think that you stick out?
No. See, calm down. Maybe we'll just see how January will be first. You sabi say Arsenal fans with the injury when they come back. Now Arsenal injury, they always cause Arsenal all this title. But now I don't see that injury this season, so
Okay,
I'm still very optimistic.
I'm hopeful for you guys, but I still feel sorry for you because Pep is a very, very wicked man. Okay, without wasting much time, we're diving straight into game week 17, and our manager of the week for last week was Maximus FC. Very, very wonderful performance from Maximus FC, 98 points, and it was a bit unfair because our second position actually had 93 points, and I felt very bad because with 93 points on a very good game week, you can actually win the manager of the week. So we're tweaking things up for game week 16, and yeah, we're going to be rewarding the second position with about $7. No, okay, yeah, $7. So the first position $10, and the second position was $7 for game week 17. You guys should clock in, set in your team, and we're gonna do who's gonna be our next manager of the week. And yes, we had a quiz last weekend, and Adams FC was the winner of that quiz. I think the guy used some kind of
73 points.
Yeah,
wow.
I told them to predict.
Which one?
I told them to predict the exact points that they were going to get.
Yeah.
And the guy predicted his exact points, man.
Wow, nice one.
That was wild. And congrats to you. He won 20,000 naira for last week. And yes, that's what we love.
Congrats, bro.
Well, let me say I didn't be the guy. So
no, I tell you for football.
You know, we love winners on this show, and that's the essence of FPL Battlegrounds, where you guys can come and compete like kings. And we're still going to throw another interesting quiz for this week. And yeah, we hope that we have more winners like Adams FC. And interestingly, this Adams FC guy, he was our game week 1 winner. I swear, he was the first person to win our manager of the week. So the guy again.
So after game week 1, he did not with the.
Nobody has won twice. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah, the competition is very, very tight. So. 2 weeks before your chips expire for the first rounds of the FPL, yes, if you still have your 4 chips with you, if you still have chips that you have not used, your bench boost, your wild card, your free hits, and your triple captain, options, I think you have to use it before game week 19, or else you're going to lose that, and you don't want to lose that at all, because if you lose that, then it could be to the advantage of those that you're competing against. Life during AFCON, I mean, African players have left for the AFCON, and the Premier League, it looks like it's going to be a little bit boring because we have a lot of African players that left, the likes of Mbuemo, the likes of Sadiki, Salah, and what's this guy's name? Sa and Ndiaye. So, which African player do you miss the most? Which African player do you think really had a very big impact in the Premier League so far before parting for the AFCON?
Well, for me, I think Mbuemo has really done.
Mbuemo.
Yeah. And considering the fact that Man U are still struggling, Man U, they are going to miss Mbuemo so much.
Yeah, I think they're going to miss him.
Honestly, they are going to miss Mbuemo.
Speaking about Man United, not just Mbuemo in that team, because we have Ahmad, who also left for the AFCON, and also
Ahmad too.
Wow. Like a paralyzed, when a man has his right hand paralyzed. That's what Manchester United is at the moment, because the whole right side is paralyzed, and there's been talks about Amorim switching that his formation to a 4-3-3, because he said even the Pope was not going to make him change that. But it looks like he's ready to experiment it this period that his players have left for the AFCON. So we're going to see what he's going to do. And yes, we're missing the African players in the Premier League, but we wish all of them good luck in the AFCON, and we hope that the AFCON is going to be a very, very fun one. As a Nigerian, I'm happy to watch the AFCON. As a Ghanaian, I know you guys are not so happy, but well, you guys have the chance of playing in the World Cup, so we have to share it equally. We play the AFCON and they play the World Cup, so we can live with that. So the fixtures for game week 17, straight up, we have a lot of exciting fixtures, Gerald. Which I don't know the fixture really excites you more, but we have Chelsea versus Newcastle, early kickoff. We have Man City versus.
A tough one with that. So.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very tough one. That's not even a small
yeah.
game at all because Newcastle are actually a side that's stubborn on the normal day. You can't barely kick off.
Sure.
Then we also have Man City, West Ham. We have Everton, Arsenal. That's another game I'm looking forward to because the last two games in that fixture, there's not been a winner. It's been straight draws, 1-1-1-1. So
no, normally Everton always.
Everton
Once they say Arsenal, you know,
that's why I'm afraid.
They have a way of playing this long ball. You know, they always carry ball go up. They don't like playing for ground because they know that tell you dirty to ball.
But football is anyhow.
But this time around, I think 4 of their players left for AFCON.
Yeah,
4 of their first team players left for AFCON. I think it's going to be easy for Arsenal this time around. Yeah, it's going to be easier. So.
All right, then we have Aston Villa versus Man United.
Aston Villa, Man United.
That's a game.
I see Aston Villa winning that match straight. In fact, I'm going to play that match straight to win. Honestly, I will play that match. Is it on Sunday or Saturday?
It's going to be a tough match. It's on Sunday.
On Sunday, I'm going to carry it straight to win.
It's going to be a tough match, really. Okay, so those are some of the fixtures for game week 17. We also have Tottenham versus Liverpool. That's a very interesting game.
Wow.
I mean,
anyway.
Two inconsistent teams as well.
Very inconsistent.
Liverpool over the years have always had the edge over Tottenham, so I expect Liverpool to still get it easy against Tottenham.
Not Liverpool of this season, no. I don't see Liverpool doing the magic.
But they look like they are getting themselves back, especially after the Mo Salah incident. They look like the players have now gone back to think about themselves and realize that this is actually Liverpool that we're playing for, and what we've been doing this season has been very, very unacceptable.
Anyway, let's see how they are going to perform without Salah. Because for me, this season, Salah has been a huge hindrance to that team. Honestly, the young man is not at his best. Yeah. He's not doing well at the moment. And you know, that big name has been there. I don't know whether the coach is looking for face. I'll be waiting. Why no one drop the young man?
He drops him. They
don't buy many players. So, in fact, he don't waste time. He's supposed to drop the young man.
No, but Salah we're talking about, bro. I mean, Salah has that pedigree.
Anyway,
Salah, even at his worst, he broke some records over the weekend. He became the first player to have the most goal involvement with a single team.
Wow.
So Mo Salah is not a small.
No, he's an amazing player.
That's the little respect that I expect that Arne Slot gives to him, because in as much as you want to single him out and say that he's part of the reason that Liverpool are not performing, you have to give that respect, because he's not the only reason the club is not performing.
He has
almost been resolved. It looks as if it's been resolved, but we'll wait to see after the AFCON if he has really been resolved between the both of them. So game week 17 teams, without wasting much time, we have about 22 Premier League players who are on 4 yellow cards heading into game week 17. And you know the rules for the Premier League. Once you have 5 yellow cards, you warrant a 1 match ban, a 1 match suspension. So FPL managers, listen carefully. These are the 22 players who risk getting banned over this weekend. Players who already have 4 yellow cards. I see a lot of indiscipline, a lot of surprise names in there. So I'm going to start off with Zubimendi on 4 yellow cards. We have Guimaraes on 4 yellow cards. We have Donnarumma on 4 yellow cards. Imagine Donnarumma on 4 yellow cards.
Imagine Donnarumma. See midfielders like Zubimendi, Guimaraes, and Zaka.
Yeah, understandable.
4 yellow cards. Understandable, but imagine
when the goalkeeper starts racking up 4 yellow cards, and he didn't start the season. He wasn't the goalkeeper that started the season. He was Trafford.
He came from PSG.
He started from game week 6. And he already has 4 yellow cards. So that's a very high level of discipline that Guardiola has to look into, because
apart from seeing it, I have not really watched the young man, getting all these yellow cards. So I don't know how it happens. Time wasting. Wow.
I think Guardiola has to really speak with him, because these are the kind of things that hinders a season.
It's not good on a goalkeeper. Collecting 4 yellow cards.
Imagine getting a suspension and you're going to play a big match next weekend and you draw or you lose because of goalkeeper silliness.
Maybe he doesn't know where he is. He came from Farmers League, so
you'll find out. You'll find out. So we also have Bernardo Silva on 4 yellow cards. We have Ghana. We have Matty Cash. Matty Cash is on 4 yellow card. You have to start planning ahead. We have Bogle of Leeds United on 4 yellow cards. We have Boubacar Kamara. We have Ampadu on 4 yellow cards. We have Dogu.
Dogu too.
Yeah, Dogu is a very rough player. If you actually look at him. We have Neco Williams of Nottingham Forest on 4 yellow cards. We have Pedro Porro on 4 yellow cards. We have Morato of Nottingham Forest on 4 yellow cards. We also have Soboslai on 4 yellow cards. Understandably so because he played most of the season as a right back, trying to defend when he's not really good at defense. So
no, if I see all these players who they stress themselves, they collect yellow card.
Also, we have Nathan Collins on Brentford on yellow card, on 4 yellow cards. We have Semenyo on 4 yellow cards. We have Alex Jimenez of Bournemouth on 4 yellow cards. We also have Kadioglu of Brighton on 4 yellow cards, and also Wafer of Brighton on 4 yellow cards. So if you have these players on your FPL, just try and start planning ahead because FPL is at a very, very crucial stage now, a stage where you don't expect any of your players to be missing in action for any game week because this festive period is going to be very, very wild and fun for FPL managers if you know what you're doing. So listen to me, I've given you guys the 22 players, so know what you're doing with that. And yes, I'm going to give you guys the latest team news from managers' press conferences today, Friday, heading into the weekend. So these are the top picks from those interviews. Johan Wissa is finally fully back. I actually thought he was going for the AFCON, but I don't know why he didn't go. I think he's always part of the DR Congo team.
Yeah. I think he was part of the 6 players.
Yeah.
They were talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe
No, he didn't go. He was injured that time. So
maybe.
Yeah. Wissa is back, and we all know how good a player Wissa is. But the question now is, does Wissa and what's his name? Anyhow, play Wissa and Watomadi at the same time, or does he? Because they are both natural strikers.
Yeah.
So does he play the both of them at the same time?
I don't see him playing both of them at the same time, but whichever way, both of them can play very well at Newcastle.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of games these days, and just like
rotation.
just like what happened when he came back, because I think he started in the Carling Cup.
He started
semi-final. No, quarter-final. Sorry.
Yeah.
He started in Carling Cup quarter-final, and you know they are in Champions League, playing week in week out. So there is enough.
I know. We're talking about the Premier League. I
don't see him starting over. I don't see him starting over.
Really?
No. I don't see him starting over.
Okay, and you don't see them starting together because
No.
I don't think he's going to drop him. Either have Bounce or Godons to do.
No. I don't see that.
That team.
I don't see that for now.
Jacob Murphy off that team or Elanga.
I don't see that now, except if he, the little minutes he's going to get, he starts proving himself.
Okay, so we expect that Watomadi will be starting this weekend, and Wissa will obviously come from the bench because I don't think he's going to sit on that bench.
No, I don't see that happening.
So Antonio Robinson is back. A lot of you do not know the wonders of Antonio Robinson, but if you played FPL last season, you will know that Antonio Robinson was one of the best defenders of last season in FPL, and we love Robinson for one thing. That guy, they put in a lot of crosses.
Sure.
And I watched him against Fulham, against Newcastle United in the Carling Cup because he played in that game, and the amount of crosses he actually sent into that box for Fulham made me happy. I was like, wow, he's fully back, and he's back to doing what he does best. But the question now remains, can he continue to supply Jimenez in that team?
I don't believe he will continue to do that, and it's going to be a huge plus
for Fulham because they've actually been bossy. They've scored a lot of goals lately.
Exactly, and I watched that game against Newcastle.
Wow,
they really played.
They played well. I felt they just came.
They were just unlucky. Yeah,
they were unlucky at the end. Crystal Palace starting 11. you know the funny thing? This guy gave us the starting 11 for Crystal Palace. And yeah, I'm going to give you guys that hint. What's his name? Oliver Glasner. It's not something that not a lot of managers do. Because when the managers come to press conference, they tell us they can't give us the team news or they can't tell us who's going to start. But this man came out and he gave us the full team news. He said, this is the starting 11 I'm going to be using against Leeds United. And I'm going to tell you guys those players. In attack, he's going to be starting Nketiah, he's going to be starting Yeremi Pino, and he's going to be starting Mateta. Nketiah has been a revelation. I mean,
wow,
he's really fighting for his place in that team.
Huge one.
Yeah, and in defense, in the midfield, we have Watin, obviously. And then we have in the wing backs, we have Nathaniel Klein replacing Munoz, who has been injured, and we also have what's his name, Mitchell. At the other side, and we also have with Hughes in the middle of the defensive midfield position. Then in the centre backs, no major rotation. We still have Richards, Guehi, and Lacroix. So those are the starting lineup for Crystal Palace. And we love managers do this because a lot of managers tend to give us uncertainty about players' availability, and that affects our FPL thinking. Speaking about those kind of managers, I mean, Aston Villa boss Unai Emery told us that Martinez might be back. He said it's still a doubt. It's still a 70% doubt. So
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying about managers. He doesn't want to tell us whether he's going to start or
No,
not.
sometimes I know these people they play mind games.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just push this news to make the opponents believe
opponents believe,
different thing altogether.
But
So
that's a very tough match, Aston Villa Man United. So I expect that he starts Martinez because that their backup goalkeeper is it Bizot or something. The guy is not really a top standard, and Man United are very attacking this season.
and
They know how to score goals this season.
and considering the experience,
The experience in that
has,
team. Yeah. So
I think as well, they really need him in that
they
match.
lead him in that team.
They
So
really need
I
him.
expect that Martinez starts that game. I don't think Unai Emery because they are actually fighting for that title. They believe in themselves.
Forget title.
No,
They
we're
just
not
want
gonna forget.
they just want to Champions League. That's all.
Okay, they want to go to
At the
Champions League.
end, they will just
We're not
go to
gonna
Champions League.
forget it,
That's all.
All right. Kyle Walker is back for suspension. Yes, for those FPL managers that have Kyle Walker or that had him or that are planning to get him, he's back and ready for game week 17. Even if Burnley did not keep a lot of clean sheets, but who knows? They might actually with him. Gisbreel is still out. Gisbreel is out until January, I think. He's going to be out until January. So if you still have him and you were waiting for that confirmation, the confirmation is here. Gisbreel is not going to be taking part in game week 17. And that's a very big blow for Everton because they just lost them with DIA to the AFCON.
Not only Jaya, they have about
I think
four players.
Ganagay and the rest of them. So it's a very bad one for them. Casemiro, Maguire, and De Ligt are still out for Man United. Doku is still out. Tyler Adams is out. Raul Jimenez is available. So Fulham have a boost in their attack, and the attack has been sharp lately. And
Very sharp.
Raul Jimenez
Very sharp.
and Robinson coming back. I think
It's a huge
they're going to be a scare for game week
yeah.
17. I think they're going to be a huge scare for game week 17. And also, Lewis Dunk is suspended for game week 17. So if you're an FPL manager that has Lewis Dunk, he's suspended for game week 17. Danny Welbeck might not start. The manager says that Danny Welbeck and Fabian Hasler, he said that Danny Welbeck might not start that game, and this is what we hate. We need concrete. Like, just tell us, this guy will start to threaten the opponent, make the opponent know say you won't fire him. This mind game, we don't like it.
Every manager they play mind game. Even my take a dollar.
As FPL manager, we don't like those mind games.
But for them, it's part of the game.
All right, so if you're any of those managers that have Lewis Dunk, Danny Welbeck, just know that he might not start tomorrow, and who knows? I'm not a professor, I don't really know. Ben White is still out. Soboslai might be available by Arne Slot. He said Soboslai has actually started training. We actually thought he was going to be out for like 2 or 3 weeks, but looks like that guy. He doesn't want to leave that team.
That guy is very strong.
Yeah, he's very strong. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to cement his place in that team because at the moment, Arne Slot is looking for a starting 11, and if you are not there when the team starts to click, you're in trouble. That's why I actually feel sorry for Salah, because if this team clicks before Salah comes back, then Salah has to start proving himself from the beginning again.
No doubt. Soboslai is a very fantastic player.
Yeah, Soboslai is going to be missed. And
as long as he's fit.
I hope that he's fit for that Tottenham match, because they really need for that Tottenham match. And yes, speaking about Soboslai, Frimpong is back, but we're yet to know if he's going to start that game against Tottenham. And also Cody Gakpo is still out. He's still out injured, so there's a lot of... In fact, we don't know what the Liverpool lineup is going to look like. We don't know who's going to play on the left, we don't know who's going to be on the striking position, but we have to wait and see. Livramento is out till January. This is one news that actually got me sad, because I just got in Livramento into my team and I'm hearing that he's out until January. That's a very big blow to FPL managers, because Livramento is actually one of the very, very wonderful FPL assets, FPL defensive assets.
So, a very strong player.
So I think apart from us FPL managers, Newcastle as a whole are going to miss him. And Lewis Hall could be available. 90% chance that Lewis Hall starts that game. So that's actually a boost also for us managers that have Lewis Hall. And Delap and Estevao are also out. So if you're one of those managers that have Delap or Estevao, I'm sorry, but they are going to be out for game week 17. So yes, those are the player available. Those are the team news from managers' press conferences this Friday. I hope that's very helpful for FPL managers. I already know the players that I have to take out for my team thanks to this news, and I hope that you guys use this information to set up your team for game week 17. And yes, maximum points is guaranteed for sure. Speaking about maximum points, the code for game week 17 Here's the code for game week 17 manager of the week contest is JZGT3J. JZGT3J. So clock in and let's know who's going to be our next manager. We need to see that manager that win this thing 2 times. In fact, the manager that wins it 2 times will add extra $5 for you that day. So that's a promise. So you guys should, if you're one of those managers that have won in the past, try and win again and get a little extra credit. So without wasting much time, we're going to talk about the players that you should have for game week 17. Expected high performance for game week 17. I would say Semenyo should have an easy game against Burnley. I think he has used Man United to actually step his performance and step his confidence up.
Exactly.
So against Burnley, I expect that he's going to
and Semenyo is another whole level. Wow, the young one is.
And he wasn't giving us points at some point. But if you were watching his performance, you will see that he was actually unlucky because he was taking a lot of shots. He was creating a lot of chances, and he was also like hitting the bar. So against Burnley, I expect him to have a high performance. Then Ekitike, like I was saying, we don't know where Ekitike will play, whether he's going to play as the main striker or whether Isak is going to come in and Ekitike goes to the left.
Whichever way, I know Ekitike will be starting.
He's a shooter. That's why I love him.
Exactly.
You know,
in fact, he's the best player Liverpool signed this season. Forget the amount they signed him. You know, if you consider the amount they signed Isak and the young man, but the young man has been a revelation for Liverpool this season. Okay. I didn't believe he would do this.
So we're going to be waiting to see where Ekitike starts over the weekend. If he starts on the wing, but I'm 100% sure that Ekitike is going to be starting against Tottenham. Igor Thiago against Wolves. I expect a very, very high performance from Igor Thiago, especially last week as he didn't get any penalty last week. That guy always got penalty. Igor just did a penalty don't come.
I didn't
get points. So there was a time that time he did it first week, he did the second week. I say, hey, I went to buy it. He did it again. I say yes. I will enjoy his points. So I expect more penalties against Wolverhampton. Even if not penalties, I expect that he does also have a quiet day against Wolves. So he's one of the expected high performers. And also Haaland. And Haaland against West Ham is a no-brainer. I mean, he's going to actually... And that game is a game that Man City actually know that if they win... Because they play for us, they play for you guys. You know that if they win that game, they're going to go top of the table. So I expect
and then they fuck off from Arsenal.
Yeah, they fuck off from Arsenal. It's a big trouble. So I expect a very, very high performance from Haaland. And yes, if you've not used your triple captain, this is another opportunity for you to triple captain Haaland, and I expect that he's going to do you guys better justice. So without this much time, just the little differentials for game week 17, the players that could actually make a difference, because I've been seeing a lot of drafts lately, and almost everybody's draft is looking like the same thing. Everybody now has Saka, everybody now has Wilson, everybody now has Bruno Fernandes, everybody now has Semenyo, everybody now has who else?
Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland. So there's almost
everyone.
So this is that time of the season where you need your differentials to be very, very specific. So I'm going to give you guys how many differentials? I'm going to give you 5 differentials that you can use for game week 17, and it might turn out to be a very, very good option. So Jeremy Pino with 0.3% ownership. I don't know how that guy is still on 0.3% ownership, because if you watch how he plays, and he actually starts a lot of games. So I expect that against Leeds United, he's going to have a very good... He almost scored against Man City, hit the bar.
Honestly.
So I expect that at 0.3%, Jeremy Pino should be a differential that you guys should consider for game week 17. And against Leeds United, I expect that there are going to be goals from both sides, because Leeds, they score, you see how they score them. No, but they don't agree for anybody. So that's a very, very good game for Jeremy Pino. 0.3% ownership, 5.8 million euros. Go get him into your team if you can. Marcus Tavernier is another player that has been really, really exciting, and at 2.6% ownership.
Wow.
He had like 2 assists against that wonderful free kick against Man United.
5.6 million
pounds. That wonderful free kick against Man United. These are the kind of performances that actually brings you to the limelight, and a lot of people have seen that. Wow, this guy, he's their set piece taker. He takes all their corners and everything. So
and he does that very, very, very well.
He does it very well. So at 2.6% ownership and at 5.6 million euros price tag, you guys should go get Tavernier into your team. A very, very wonderful differential. And they go and play against Burnley, a Burnley team I expect they should cause havoc to them.
Exactly.
Matheus Nunes is another player that has been completely overlooked. when I say completely overlooked, nobody trusts him, but he's been doing excellently well. Haaland's goal against Crystal Palace, he was the one that made the assist. And if you watch him, you know he's not a natural right back, but he's evolved into that position. Last season he came under a lot of criticisms. People asking why Guardiola keeps playing him there, but this season it looks like he has adapted.
There's something I just realized, you know, in the football world right now.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of coaches they don't buy players that can just play in one position. You have to be versatile.
Yeah, you have to be versatile.
You have to play in this position today. When this player is not available tomorrow, you try this position. You know, that's what almost all the coaches are doing.
I think he understood that if I don't nail down this position, there's no way Guardiola is taking me back into the midfield. So he had to start working very hard. He has to start understanding that position, and he looks a completely different player from what he was last season.
Exactly.
You understand? So he cemented that right back position. Even Rico Lewis doesn't even see chance in that team again. So kudos to Martinez Nunes. Go get him into your team if you don't have him. 1.7% ownership, 5.4 million euros. They go and play against West Ham United. Their next game after that is Nottingham Forest and Sunderland. So I expect that he has a decent run in these next 3 fixtures. Go get him if you can. And also Ryan Cherki. You know what thing we fear about this boy? That pep rotation. Now waiting we fear about this boy.
But I tell you guys,
he's a wonderful player.
Very fantastic player.
He's had 6
and to my greatest surprise, you said I don't know this guy until this guy coming PL. Like
serious.
I don't just
this guy tormented Man U now. He tormented Man U in the Europa League. That Europa League that they almost Leon almost knocked them out. He tormented them now. He's a very wonderful player. And you know, injury, because he was injured for some part of the season, he didn't really start. But now Man City have started to understand as well that this is actually the guy that can even replace De Bruyne.
I tell you.
So it's left for us to see. But I feel at this point there that Guardiola would not want to drop this boy. So Cherki is someone that you should get into your team. 5.8% ownership already. I think last week he was at 2.something%, but a lot of managers are getting him in. So Russia gets him in before he starts being a differential, and he's going to deliver a lot more assists. He's going to do a lot more magic for the Premier League, and he's at 6.5 million euros. So go get him in. Also, Calvin Lewin, he scored in his last 4 Premier League games, so he doesn't need any reintroduction. I'm happy for him because you know the last season has been terrible. I'm sure his mental health would have been down. You understand? But as a striker, when you start scoring goals.
You know, he almost left the club.
He almost left the
when
club,
he couldn't find club, you know, it's as if the whole thing, you know, came into his head. He was not having a good time. But I'm happy for the young man. He has bounced back in.
Those games that he scored against Chelsea, man, those are not Liverpool. Those are not easy games. No. So I'm happy for him.
They are not.
So Calvin Lewin is someone that's very high on confidence, and they go and play Crystal Palace. Like I said, that match looks like a very, very goal-thirsty match. Because Leeds know how to concede, and they also know how to score stubborn defense. Like, bring your defense, we'll score you.
I know, sure. Palace not be team where you go.
Palace
is very okay.
He conceded 3 against Man City.
No, Man City.
No, I think without Danny Munoz, there's a problem with that team. Because Danny Munoz does a lot of the tricky work in that defense. You understand? Nathaniel Klein is not really up to that standard. So I expect that they cost them trouble through that Nathaniel Klein's wing. So that's it. And yes, those are the tips that we have for you for Game Week 17. I hope that you guys use it very well. And the quiz for this week, we're going to try that trick that we did last week again. We're going to see what's actually going on, and if Adams FC can come again and predict it. If you do them again this time, Adams FC, if you predict your point again this time, we'll fight with you. Allow somebody else to predict their points. So yes, the quiz for this week. Predict your points, predict your FPL points, and yes, stand the chance of winning 20,000 naira. What you should do is go to the comment section of this video later and put your team name, and also take a screenshot of your team. Want to see your FPL teams? Take a screenshot of your FPL team. You can put it under the comment section, and also say the points that you feel or that you think that you're going to get for this game. We can stand a chance of winning 20,000 naira again. Yes, and we need another winner. The season is becoming very, very exciting.
Very interesting.
We love winners. Honestly. We love winners. You guys should win or win. Then don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And yes, keep supporting our community, and we'll keep making you guys smile. We'll keep growing and all of that. And Christmas is here. Wish you guys the compliment of the season.
And before Christmas, try to enjoy your match this weekend.
Yeah. Hope your team wins.
Sure you win your match.
If your team doesn't win, you're not going to be smiling into the Christmas.
Yeah.
Chelsea, very early kickoff next tomorrow. We're going to see what happens there, and we're going to see what happens for the rest of the weekend. So you guys, catch you guys after game week 17, and we love you all. Share, like, and subscribe.
Bye.